go. We are preparing to fail every single day. And I am in here with my girl, Nicky Saunders. So, yes, Nicky is amazing.
All right.
And I'm just going to ask her a couple of questions in the midst of the tiredness. Ooh. So, Nicky, first of all, I'm about change right now, this period of my life. Okay. I admire change stories.
Right.
So, I know you're probably a little bit used to people asking you about social media specific things. I ain't here for that.
All right.
Okay? Cool. Love you, love what you do, but I want to know who Nicky was before Nicky got into social media and how Nicky went from being that Nicky to this Nicky.
Right. So, this is a girl from Queens who did the typical, elementary, middle school, high school, but I didn't want to go to college, right? So, what I did was I got a job. I worked at a Virgin Mega Record store in Times Square, the infamous Times Square. And I realized that I still needed to do something else, right? So I wanted to travel. I like traveling. So I went into the Navy for 9 years as an IT. Got bored of it, to be honest with you. I got bored. And I got out and got an IT job, but it didn't feel really fulfilling for me. So what I did was I always had a knack for, my mom used to put me in the TV and watch music videos all the time, right? I'm a big music video head. But then as time kept going, the music videos didn't make sense. So my whole big thing was like, I want to do music videos that actually went along with the words and everything. So that's how I started doing videos as far as like different mashups, and actually put me in the place to where I am now with Eric Thomas, because I did a bunch of mashup videos for him based off his words. He loved what I did and my work ethic, and then I just ended up doing his social media. So that's why I'm here.
Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper into that in between period.
Yeah.
Because you gave us the overview.
I gave you an overview.
Yes. So the period of time when you were realizing like, okay, this ain't what I want to do.
Absolutely.
How was the transition from this ain't what I want to do to, oh, that's what I want to do? How did you figure that out?
I think it just came to me. It wasn't really anything that I planned out or studied or anything like that. Like I said, I was doing IT work for about 9 years, right? So that's all I kind of knew, but it never really connected with me outside of the Navy. So I didn't really feel fulfilled or anything. So I always messed with my laptop, and I always liked looking at different editing things. So I just kept messing with it. And it wasn't until a bunch of people were like, yo, you kind of dope at this. You know this, right? Actually, you're dope. And I'm like, really? And so I just kept doing it. And I kept doing it to the point where I realized that my one of the good skills that I have is to notice the important parts of a video that could possibly go viral. So once I figured that out, I just kind of ran with it. But it was just something that kind of fell into me. I never really asked for it. I never really, like I said, I didn't study for it or anything. It just kind of fell upon me.
Found that people kind of gave that
affirmation.
Yeah, you got those coming through. So during that period of time, did you have times where you were like, nah, this ain't for me, or like where you were afraid of it?
Oh, I didn't see the money in it. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I knew it was something that I wanted to do. And as an IT, you make, 6 figures.
Right.
So to jump from 6 figures to you don't even know what this makes was very scary. But I kind of had to just take a leap of faith and go with what really made me happy, because IT work wasn't making me happy at all.
Right.
So I just kind of took that jump.
Okay. And then at what point did you start to see like the world of access to bigger, better people open up? Like, when did that start to happen?
I would say probably a year into it of actually doing the work and everything like that. I started getting on the road a little bit more with E. For those who don't know, it's Eric Thomas. But I started getting more on the road with him, getting all the exposure, meeting other great speakers like Inky Johnson, like Willie Moore Jr., David Shands. And so I realized that by doing one thing, it can open up to so many other things. So even if that, which now I'm even looking at like, is that really my thing? And I've actually stepped back from it and delegated more to other people and trying to still figure out exactly what my thing is. Because I'm getting exposed to so many different opportunities.
So when you say getting on the road with E, how did you get to getting on the road with E?
Well, because I handle his social media, I made it known that it's very important to have like a live online presence there. And so in the beginning, I used to always pay my way to all these different events. I think like 2 years I paid my own way, just to prove my value, because with certain things you have to show them why they need you, and you have to show them your worth and your value. So my big thing was to just add as much value as I can, take as much stress and as much work away from them and take it upon me. And after a while they were like, all right, we can't do this without Nicky. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, so that part's difficult. So first of all, we always hear people say do it for free.
Yeah.
Right? Do it for free, but you were paying to do it.
Yeah.
You were paying to do it.
Yeah.
So did you work while you were doing this also, or did you just have some money saved
So
up?
no. I still had this. My thing is I don't like to struggle. So there's some people who are going to tell you just leap and figure it out.
Be homeless.
No. I have a mortgage and I have a car and all that stuff, and I have a dog. So my big thing was to utilize my 9 to 5 as much as I can and try to stretch it out as much as I can, ask for the days off and everything like that, and manipulate the system for where it worked for me until I couldn't anymore. And by the time that I couldn't anymore, I was able to make that shift to transitioning to do what I do. But I milked that 9 to 5 for everything that they had, because that was it. You still need the resources to do these certain opportunities, especially when it's free.
Right. So it's free. You gotta pay for yourself
Yep.
to get through it.
Yep.
And it's okay to do that.
Yep.
Like would you say that's a needed process?
Yeah, you need to. So to prove yourself, whether you're just starting a business, whether you're trying to get into a certain position or anything like that, you can't expect them to see what you know. So you have to prove it all the time. And sometimes it takes longer than what you really expected it to. But if you stay diligent to what you want in this, you're going to see the results. For me, I never wanted to become part of the squad. I honestly, that was never my intention. I only wanted to add value, and I realized that it gave me a sense of family. I'm an only child, like a super small family. So I just wanted to be a part of it, not necessarily part of the squad or anything, but just part of it. And it just turned out to be where they're like, yo, we got you. So, yeah.
Okay. So how did you maintain those 2 years of paying your way through it? Like, how did you keep that up? Because that 2 years, as short as it is long at the same time.
Oh, no, absolutely. Because you got some plane tickets. If I'm driving, it's gas. Then I got to pay for the hotel. I have food, everything like that. For me, I think money pretty much differently than others. I believe that money isn't hard to make. You can always make it back. We tend to stress about the dollar amount and everything like that, but we never really realize that majority of us, a good amount of us get paid either bi-weekly or weekly or monthly, and it keeps coming. Like, you're going to find a way to make money somehow, some way. Maybe not the amount that you want, but you're always going to. So I always knew I was going to be able to recoup. Maybe not right away, but I knew I was going to recoup somehow. So I just stayed focused to that. I didn't really look at the dollar amount. I knew when it was going low, and I was like, it put me in a very uncomfortable position. But I I just stayed very focused. My whole point was just to help out, regardless of what the obstacle was, whether it's money, whether it's flights, whatever. I just stayed focused.
Right. So you had like kind of a love and a connection with
Absolutely.
what you were doing, and that kept you, that sustained it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what's it like working with ETA?
Oh, amazing. It is like your own motivational video playing every single second of your life. You tend to know the impact that you have within the company, because what you do reflects what he does, and it goes out to the world. So for what I do, I make the videos and put out everything on social media, which is impacting millions of people. So if I have a bad day with the content, it reflects, and people are like, I kind of missed it or something, or the videos are like, yo, this changed my life. This, I needed to hear this and everything like that. I know the work that I'm doing is impacting based off his words, but it's impacting so many people that that right there makes you keep going. It's not about the money. It's not about who you're around or anything. It's literally the impact that your job does that helps other people.
Okay. So did you see yourself in any capacity like this when you first started out?
Absolutely not. I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted to help. So I was doing actually random things that I just fill in the gaps of the company. Until they were like, you do the social media here, you actually do pretty dope in it. Like, and I still have I have my hands on a whole bunch of things in ETA. But I'm super known for the social media and the media side of things that I just enjoy doing. It's super easy for me.
Right. So you just said you had your hands in different things.
Yes.
So talk about that, because I know a lot of us, we want that end. We just want to be straight to social media. Talk about doing those other tasks that weren't directly related to what you were actually doing.
So that goes back to the whole, I just want to add value anywhere I can. Carl, who is like third in line in ETA, right? He's the systems guy. He handles everything behind the scenes when it comes to ETA. I knew I had to help him out because he didn't need help. CJ, who's the president, didn't need help. It's the people that are behind the scenes that need help. So if it was loading content to this platform, whether it's setting up a different course, whether it's managing a Facebook group, and because of my military background, I'm able to do multiple jobs at the same time in a high level. So I didn't mind doing all these different things, and I still really don't mind doing all these different things because I still do them. So I just found the gaps and just help where I can, and I actually just enjoy doing anything that is really part of ETA because of the love that I have.
Right. So do you feel like when you were adding value and doing those little things and still doing them, do you feel like that added more value back to you and gave you more reason to keep going?
Yeah, well, because at the same time, you're learning different skills. I learned about not only about editing videos, but then the social media skills, then how to do funnels, then how to maintain a clothing brand, how to maintain a Facebook group and all that stuff, how to set up meetups, like all these different skills based off just helping out here and there is nothing that I could even put on a resume because it'd be crazy long and they'd be like, yo, you super overqualified. I don't even know what you asking for. Like, this is crazy. But then I could put it back to me when it's about, our business with Beast Mode Digital. Then we can add all these different things that people actually pay for school or whatever. I get this on kind of an on-the-job training, and then I could put it towards my actual business.
Okay, so I want to talk money really quick.
Go ahead.
So when you first started, did they give you a certain amount of money, or did you ask?
They didn't give me nothing at first.
Well, after when you first started getting paid, yeah.
Oh, so they gave me a certain amount every month. They were like, okay, I see what you're doing, right? And then probably I would say 6 months to a year after that, then they put me on payroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to my viewers out there, tell them some, let's say, 2 really important things about changing and becoming who it is that they are on the inside.
Oh, that's a good one. So, if there's 2 things I would say really listen to your heart. Don't listen to the day, as Khaled likes to say. Don't listen to the day. We tend to be brought up from people who are not in our generation, clearly, and who don't know the advantages that we have and the circles that we have. You literally have to go with what you want to do nowadays, because you can make it in anything that you want. If you wanted to make a castle out of paper clips, you can make money off of that. And if that's your passion, seriously, go ahead. Learn everything that you need to know about that particular skill and go ahead. You don't have to worry about the 9 to 5 like before. You don't have to worry about going through college and getting a degree like before. Like, if you're still hearing all these things, put it into consideration. It might be something that you need, but you don't have to go that route if you don't want to. Seriously listen to your heart and seriously think about being happy before the money, because the money is going to come regardless of what you do. The money is going to come, but if you're not happy while the money's coming, what are you doing this for? So just listen to your heart and pick a skill that you can master that is going to bring that happiness and that money eventually.
All right. What's your socials? How they find you?
At This Is Nicky's. So this is Nicky with an S in the end. Everywhere.
Thank you so much.
Real Life Living Production.
We're gonna finish a lot of things. God is good. Life is good. We're all blessed.